بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome to another episode of Tafseer al-Quran. Today being the 7th day of February of year 2025, which is equivalent to the 6th day of Sha'ban of year 1446 after the hijrah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam from Mecca to Medina. So today I'm going to take on the tafsir of Suratul Alaq, which happened to be a Makkiyah surah, and also the first revealed, the first part of it are the first verses revealed to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and it has 12 verses. So therein Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala starts by saying, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, in the name of Allah, the most merciful, the especially merciful. Iqra bismi rabbik, recite, read in the name of your Lord, alladhi khalaqa, the one that creates. Though this one is the one that created, but it appropriate is interpreted, or it's giving the interpretation of the one that creates, because the creation of Allah is ongoing. So it indicates that in the Islamic literature this can be used. خلق الإنسان من علقة, it creates the humans from clots of blood. Iqra, recite, read, وَرَبُّكَ الْأَكْرَمُ, and your Lord is the most honorable. And your Lord is the most honorable. Here, I think sometimes people used to get this wrong by saying by your Lord. If you say by your Lord as if it's swearing, and this is not wa'ul qasam. If it happened to be the wa of swearing, then the ba would have been وَرَبِّكَ الْأَكْرَمُ. Read, recite, and your Lord. So this wa here is wa'ul atf, and your Lord is the most honorable. So you should note that. Alladhi allama bil qalam, is the one that teaches with the pen. Alladhi allama is the one that teaches bil qalam, with the pen. Allama al insan, it teaches the humans. Ma lam ya'lam, that they do not know. Kalla, nay. Innal insana, indeed humans, la yatagha, indeed the human is transgressing. The human is transgressing, is going beyond its limits. Allah have given him limits, but he's going beyond the limits. Is transgressing. I'm not too sure about the pronunciation, but I think the spelling is then transgress. Okay, transgressing. The human is transgressing. Ar-ra'ahu istaghna, when he has seen himself becoming rich or becoming self-sufficient. As they used to call it, self-sufficient. Ar-ra'a'u istaghna. Ar-ra'a'u istaghna, when he has seen istaghna, that is what is rich and sufficient in terms of what he has accumulated. Inna ila rabbika, indeed back to your Lord, ruj'a is the return. Inna, indeed, ila rabbika, back to your Lord, or to your Lord, ar-ruj'a is the return. Ara'ayta, do you see, alladhi yanha, the one that prohibits, abidan idha salla, a servant of Allah when he prays, when he observes his salah. Ara'ayta in kana ala al-huda, do you see if that in kana ala al-huda, if he is on the what, if he is on the right path, Do you know if he's on the right path? أو أمر بالتقوى, or he has commands of something of piety, is commanding of something of piety. أرأيت إن كذب وتولى, do you see when if he lies and he turns away? Or do you see when he lies and he turns away? Alam ya'lam, don't you know, bi anna Allah, that indeed Allah, yara, he sees everything. Kalla, nay, la illam yantahi, if they do not desist, or if he does not desist, la nasfa'an bin nasiyah, we are going to seize him by his nasiyah, the top of the head, the part of the head when a baby is small, that usually used to make movement and used to be soft. So I'm not too sure about the name is being called in English. So that is what is called nasiyah, by his forehead. We are going to seize him by his forehead. Nasiyatin, this is the forehead. Kadibatin, that is lying. Khati'an, that is making making mistake. And from here, some scientists made mention of the fact that that particular part of the head, the forehead, is where the organ that is responsible for human being to that is responsible for the action of lying and mistakes that human being make, something of that nature. So you see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala making a reference to that part of the forehead, and he's even repeating that kadhibatin, it lies, khati'ah, a mistake, that is a mistake maker. So that part of the head is responsible for that action. فَلْيَدْعُ نَادِيَهُ, let him call upon his people. سَنَدِعُ الزَّبَانِيَةِ, we are going to call upon the angel of Zabaniya. كَلَّا نَي لَا تُطِعْهُ, do not follow him, do not obey him. Wasjud, and you should prostrate. Waqtarib, and you should go close to your Lord. Wasjud, prostrate. Waqtarib, and get closer to your Lord. So this is the direct translation and interpretation of Suratul Alaq, and inshallah in the subsequent lesson we are going to have an in-depth look into the faces of these words of this particular surah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.